set, get wet with Simeon, Courtie and Elaine here.
To Get Wet.
Just simply the most sensational splash show on the box.
Oh, you better believe it. It's wetter than a bath and custard, this programme. I think we should start things straight away. You go and sort the first game out.
OK.
And just before we kick off the action with that first game, come up here and feast your eyes on this. This is our very own shipwreck. This is what Get Wet is all about, because somewhere concealed on the wreck is today's star prize. You might call it the Big Kahuna. So this is how it works. In a moment, I'll introduce you to our two teams. They'll compete on the show, earning points, earning prizes, and the team with the most points gets to search for that star prize, both up here on the wreckage and also scuba diving amongst the wreckage on the seabed. So let's meet the teams competing on today's show. First of all, the green team are Julia and Robert, the Oldham Otters. And today's orange team are Anna and Joel, the Amersham Aquanauts. OK, let's get the teams in the water and play the big splash.
Big Splash is the first of 3 water games where the teams are competing for that final place in the chess quest. Meanwhile, they're picking up points that lead to big prizes along the way. But first of all, they have to come down this chute here, and then they swim over to the valve. Turning the wheel operates the water cannon at the other side of the pool.
Oh yes, they'll have fun with these babies, believe me. But before they can get their hands on them, a couple more problems down at that end.
Then they have to use teamwork to help each other up this very slippery slope.
All the time, they're collecting doubloons. The bronze are worth 5 points and the silver are worth 10. And some of these little tinkers are very difficult to get your hands on.
Absolutely, because these two are probably the hardest to get because they're above the balance bars, which are very slippery. So, jumping in. Onto the wonder wheels, working their way across the pool, picking up doubloons to the pontoon where Sim is at the moment.
Having raced up here, they then find themselves a gold doubloon worth 20 points. Having bagged that, they then get busy with the water cannon, blasting the opposition, making it difficult for them to pick up the remaining doubloons in the water. There are 100 points available to each team in this game, and just 2 minutes on the clock. So if our teams are standing by, let's give them a huge send-off as we say, ready, set, get wet! As ever then, the first challenge for our teams is to get underwater and open those valves. That's successfully achieved. The water cannons are pumping. Now, who'll be first up those slippery slopes? This is a tricky one. It's the Otters. Well, it's almost neck and neck, actually, between the Aquanauts and the Otters. Both the boys first up the slope. And good to see that they're helping their team partners up there. Actually, I think Julia was the first up there, and I think she's going to be the first with the silver doubloons as well. That's if she doesn't slip. Oh, and she's off the balance bar. Let's see if Robert can do any better. Oh, yes, the Aquanauts did very well, and Robert plucked himself that silver doubloon. So Anna just decides to ditch the balance bars and head straight for the wonder wheels. Good choice, I think. Now all 4 of our contestants have their wonder wheel, and it's time to pick up some points. No one racing for the pontoon yet. There's 20 points up here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. Here's Joel for the Aquanauts. He's going to be first up onto the pontoon, grab himself those 20 points, and then have some fun. Oh, he falls out of his wonder wheel and tips it sideways. Things are getting quite difficult out there. It's so busy. There's a wonder wheel traffic jam. OK, we've got both the lads now. Joel and Robert with their water cannons, trying to prevent the girls collecting those doubloons, but I can see more points down there. Julia is still, to be honest, looking for some points, just counting up how many she's got. Keep going! That's it. Time up. A fine effort, though, by both of our teams. Let's check out the scores.
A fine effort indeed. The Aquanauts and the Otters neck and neck with 75 points.
great. I love a close contest. And, of course, all the time you're gaining points, you're earning pretty fab prizes, too.
There are indeed, Sim. Level 1, 75 points. Reach for the beach with all your swim gear packed in this radical rucksack. Level 2, 100 points. Make this funksome phone a fixture in your room. Fair play. Level 3, 125 points. Is this TikTok-tastic buzzing clock radio. Level 4, 150 points. Play your hip-hop and happening sounds on your very own personal CD player.
Both teams have clinched themselves the first prize on today's prize pile.
But of course, there's still a star prize to go for at the end of the show.
Yep. Either team could do it at this stage. Let's see if we can add some more points to the scoreboard as we play Brainwaves. OK, this is how the quiz works. It's basically a true or false quiz. Each team has elected a spokesperson, and all they have to do is decide whether what Elaine and I are telling them is true or false. You can confer, but obviously we have to take your first answer. 3 statements, each worth 5 points, potentially 15 points to be earned here. Florence Griffith Joyner, the American sprinter, had the nickname Go Slow. True or false? True. I'm afraid it's false. It was Flojo, which is similar. The headquarters of FIFA is in Luxembourg. True. I'm afraid it's false. It's in Zurich. And Chris Akabusi presents The Big Breakfast. True or false? False. It is false. He presents Record Breakers, so you clinched one back at the end there.
All right, Orange team. Lawn tennis was invented by Major Walter Clopton Wingfield in 1873. True or false? False. It was true. Before joining Liverpool, footballer Alan Hansen played for Hamilton Academicals. True or false? True. True. False. Arctic Thistle. Snooker player Ken Doherty comes from Wales. True or false? False. It is false. He's Irish.
Has that made a difference to the scores? Let's find out from Voiceover Man.
Well, Sim, it's still neck and neck. The Aquanauts and the Otters both on 80 points.
Oh, it's going to be one of those shows. How exciting. I'll tell you what, let's get the teams back in the water.
OK, next game, I'm going to get ready for you.
All right. So now a chance for one of our teams to perhaps pull into the lead as they play Sponge Splash.
In Sponge Splash, each team have 30 sponges of their team colour. There is also a net separating the teams. The object of the game is for each team to get as many of their colour of sponge over the other side of the net. It's going to be mayhem.
For every 5 sponges the teams get across the net, we'll notch their scoreboard up another 5 points, but there are only 60 seconds on the clock, so this should be fairly manic.
So Otters and Aquanauts, stand by. Ready, set, get wet!
What a completely mad minute that was. What a laugh. I'll tell you what, we'll count the sponges up and see how the scoreboard looks.
Well, Sim, here's how the scores look now. The Otters have 90 points, the Aquanauts slipping into the lead with 95. So, both teams will be hitting the beach with that radical rucksack. Still to play for, though, that funksome football phone, the buzzing alarm clock, and the personal CD player.
very nice. It's close, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been so close for so long, but the star prize is still hanging in the balance.
Yeah, either team could still be playing the chess quest. Let's see if they can gain some more points as we play round 2 of Brainwaves. We've sat Julia and Joel back to back because Elaine and I will read them 6 statements. What they have to do is decide whether they're true or false, but instead of shouting their answer out, they indicate their answer with their little lights. Red for false, green for true. The reason they're back-to-back is that they then don't know what the other team is guessing. Now, when we do this round, we always have a watery theme, and this week's category is mammals. Each question worth 5 points, so potentially 30 points that both our teams are desperate to get their hands on. Baleen whales have 2 rows of teeth. True or false? It is false. They have no teeth.
Flippers allow dolphins to control their steering and stopping. True or false? It's true.
Both getting that one. Orca killer whales are found in all the oceans of the world. It is true. Foxed both of them.
There are 4 major kinds of sea lions. True or false? It's true.
The harbour porpoise is found only in the northern hemisphere. True or false? It is true.
Killer whales are noted for their singing skills. True or false? It's true.
Oh, both got that one. All 6 questions complete. Well done, guys. Well, these points really matter with a competition this close. Let's take a look at the scores.
And close it is, Sim, because the Otters have 105 points, but still in the lead, the Aquanauts with 110.
I love a close contest, and this game will really matter now as we ask our contestants to take on the stepping stones.
Stepping stones, we have 2 large balls at either side of the pool and a bin of smaller balls at either side. The object of the game is the teams have to swap the balls over, taking the larger ones first because they're worth more points.
We play this game 1 team at a time. The Amersham Aquanauts are in the lead, so they'll go first. Their lead is just 5 points, though. All the time, they're going to be blasted by the Oldham Otters with these water cannons, making life very tricky out there on those stepping stones. We'll give them 5 points for every small ball they swap and 10 points for every large ball that they manage to exchange. Only 90 seconds on the clock.
So, Orange Aquanauts, if you're ready, set, get wet!
So, Joel, first down across the water. I'll tell you what, the trick with this game is to go fast. You can't afford to hang around out there because, as Anna and Joel have just demonstrated, you'll just sink. That's what happens if you wait out there. You've just got to run, Joel, run! Don't take your time, look, he's off, dive in the water. Life made considerably more difficult as well by the fact that Robert and Julia are blasting them with these water cannons. Just giving Joel a face full of water there. OK, they're back on the platform. Come on, Anna, come on, Joel. The Aquanauts are 5 points ahead, but they need to go faster than this. They're taking their time too much. Oh, no, they're just dilly-dallying up there. You've got to run, Joel, run, keep moving, keep moving. Well, he's decided to take his back. What a catching ball by Joel. That was abusive. OK, come on, Anna. Run as fast as you can. That's the way. She's got it. Go on, nearly. Go on, Joel. Keep going. Don't worry about her. Keep moving. Run. That's it. Time is up. Well, I'll tell you something. I've never seen such a comedy, catastrophic game as that. It was brilliant. Let's see if the Otters can do any better on the stepping stones.
Green Otters, if you're standing by, ready, set, get wet!
Oh, a blinding start there by Robert, but he's already down. Julia's close behind her. She's in the water. But hey, you know, they've got their two balls. If they can hang on to it, go on, Robert. Yes, sir. He's got to get that ball onto that platform, though. At the moment, it's not going to count for anything. He's just waiting for Julia to get out of the way, but no, he's running back. Oh, he's down on his belly. And Joel and Anna are trying to get them in the face of these water cannons. You're going to have to go faster than that, Julia. But Robert has got the first small ball across, so now he's got to get one of those red balls back to the side to make these 5 points count. Okay, he goes for it. He's running. He's doing it. Yo, a fine performance. Nice one there, Robert. He's just got to get onto that platform. Come on. Okay, they've secured their 5 points if they can get one ball across. You're going to have to run, Julia, run. You're going to have to go faster than that, I'm afraid. If they can swap 2 more balls across. Whoa! Whoa! Hey, nice try there, Robert. Okay, Julia, come on, get on that platform and show us how to do it. Come on, get one more yellow ball across and you will drink this. Robert goes for it big time. He's running right across the ball. The plunge is just so disjointed now. It's becoming a nightmare. That's it. Time is up. Oh, wow, what a tough game. Before we look at those final scores, just look at the madness involved in taking on the stepping stones. Fantastic game. I love that game so much. And the good news is it's left us with a final score.
Well, Sim, it could not have been any closer with the Otters and the Aquanauts both on 110.
Wow, a dead heat between our teams. What happens in this situation is the referee looks at the performance of the teams in that last game. And as the Otters did manage to get 2 balls across from one side to the other, the referee has deemed that going on to play the chest quest this week are the Oldham Otters! So, well done to you two. We have to say commiserations to the Aquanauts. Anna, have you had a good day?
Yeah, it's been great.
You've been brilliant contestants. Joel, have you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, great fun.
Well, thanks so much for coming along. Go on, give it up, go mad for Joel and Anna, the Aquanauts! Now, if you would like to go, Julia and Robert, and get kitted up with Elaine, they'll get their scuba gear on and their helmet, because the Oldham Otters are about to take on the chest quest. It's the part of the show we love, because in the space of 3 minutes, our 2 contestants could win themselves this brilliant star prize.
Well, you can't laze about in the sun on this multi-activity holiday at Club Courtie in the fantastic south of France.
Hey, nice action-packed water sports holiday for each of them, for Julia and Robert, if they can open this baby. That's all they have to do, open the chest. At the moment, of course, it's firmly locked with 2 hefty chains and 2 padlocks. So, this is how the quest works. I shall give each of our contestants the first key on their quest. And in Robert's case, because he's up here on the wreck, that'll bring him to this chest. Inside, he'll find the next item. It could be a key. If it was this key, that would take him all the way across here, where he'd climb right to the top of the ship, to these, the captain's lockers. He'd then have to open every lock, or at least keep opening the doors until he finds the one that contains the next item. And so it would move on. Eventually, he would find himself the key that opens this lock here. Now, at the same time, Julia is underwater with her scuba gear on, attempting a whole different set of underwater challenges. As you can see, Julia's just been kitted up in her scuba gear. There she is with Elaine, and Robert's getting his helmet on. And our safety divers are in position under the water just to make sure nothing can go awry with the scuba diving. Now, every time we play the quest, we change the route, because we're devious that way. Let's look at today's chest quest route.
As always, Robert must go to the foredeck to open the treasure chest. Down to the bilges next to prise open the bosun's closet. Upwards to the poop deck to solve the padlock puzzler. Hungry? It's the ship's larder next. And finally, Robert needs to ransack the flag chest to find his golden key. Meanwhile, underwater, Julia goes to the sunken chest. Over then to rummage in the lifeboat. A fast swim now across to crack the safe. Finally, Julia will unlatch the lead casket to find her golden key.
It's that simple. That's all they have to do. But just 3 minutes to do it. Now our team are ready, so please go mad, give it up for Julia and Robert, the Oldham Otters! Woo! Looking good, all kitted up for the part. So, Robert, it's quite a cool prize. There's an action holiday, water sports holiday in the sun for each of you if you can complete this chest quest. Now, how do you feel right now?
Nervous.
Are you confident?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be, man. We're all behind you. Elaine's just going to go down. Rocksteady Eddie, our safety diver, is just making sure Julia's all right. Are you OK there, Eddie?
Yes, we're just about ready to go, Sim.
OK, everything's all kitted up. She's got the air on her back, fins on her feet, her goggles just about in place there. Just sweep the hair away so it's a good, perfect seal. Now, Julia, this opens your first chest. After that, it's up to you. We're all behind you here. Our team are ready. We're all ready. Let's give them a huge send-off as they start the chest quest in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! is up. Robert, come down here, mate. Oh, that was so close as well. Julia did an excellent effort on the dive. She was also on her last section here. And I hope you've had a pretty good day. Have you enjoyed yourselves?
Yeah.
Good man yourself. Julia, have you had a good day?
Yeah.
Good effort there, Julia. Really good effort. We'll be back very soon with more action on Get Wet. See you then. Bye.